We just got back from 21 days in Brazil, and let's get one thing straight. This wasn't a vacation, it was a cultural immersion adventure. We covered 1,800 miles of road, starting in São Paulo, heading through Chapecó, exploring the wetlands of Bonito, and finishing on the coast in Florianopolis. In this video, you're going to see how we managed 5 kids in a foreign country. The incredible wildlife. We saw wild parrots, huge beetles, dung beetles, capybara, hummingbirds, macaws, owls, monkeys, a toucan, a scorpion, tons of fish, and I think what were wild emus roaming the plains of Brazil. This was our first time ever in South America, and being on the opposite hemisphere, we went from winter to summer, training single-digit New Jersey ski mountains for sand surfing in Brazil. If you ever wondered if you can actually travel, not just vacation, with a large family, and curious if Brazil might be the place to do it, this video is for you, so let's get into it. Okay, 3:30 in the morning, it's time to go to Brazil. So I'm just putting socks on these guys. We slept in the living room as per the usual because we're Airbnb-ing our house while we're away. Vacuuming at 3 a.m. in the morning. Airbnb life. All right, 5 a.m. Got to the airport. Let's go, go, go. So we got 4 rolling suitcases and 4 backpacks. All carry-on this time. 3 weeks. Ready, Kate and Bean? Let's go inside. So we got off to a rocky start with our trip. You know, our flight was delayed 12 hours by United. I don't know what the reason was. Something with the plane was wrong. But they reimbursed us like $15 food credit per person, $75 flight credit per person. So not too bad. So Americans actually need to buy visas to go into Brazil. They're kind of costly. For our family of 7, it was going to cost over $1,000. So I think they're about like $130 a person to have a visa into Brazil. But we actually are dual citizens, so we could use our other passports like Japan and Austria. Getting restless in the apartment with the kids sleeping, so I'm going for a run. Best way to explore a new country. Okay, made it to Ibapera Park in the center of Sao Paulo. I think it's like their central park. So let's take a run. Cool skate park and all these bicycles everywhere. This was like a cool playground. Just did 10 pull-ups, so I'm a little out of breath. But if you guys have been following my channel, you know I love playgrounds, and this one looks like a good one. They got soccer. This is my kind of park. That's cool. Hollowed out bench made out of an old tree. All right, run is all done. Did 6.2 miles. 3:30, and we finally exited the apartment. Time to explore. Okay, entering the subway. Okay, so it's 5 reals per ticket. Tickets are just these paper. So 5 reals is $1, and you can go anywhere in the São Paulo subway for that. So for $1 US, you can go on this whole São Paulo's train station system. So we're going from Vila Mariana to this Japan city. So right from the train station, city of Japan. Well, lots of Japanese things. Very exciting atmosphere. Pretty good meal. Okay, so that meal was about 280 real or 50 bucks with a suggested tip of 25 real. Okay, was able to get 8 ice cream cones for 56 real or about like 11 bucks. Even though it was only a 2-hour time difference between northern New Jersey and Brazil, the kids had so much jet lag. All right, exiting the apartment. Okay, just arrived in Chapecó. We left São Paulo. It's about an hour, 40-minute plane ride. Brazil is absolutely huge. When we first planned this trip, I was like, we're going to go to the Amazon rainforest. We're going to go to the East Coast. We're going to go all over Brazil. But it's bigger than the 48 contiguous United States. So you really got to plan your trip. Tables. These are some friends of friends or family of friends that are going to host us. They have a nice garden. This is my friend Henrique. He hosted us while we were in Brazil. So we got beehives going here. A lot of these exercise equipment playgrounds. Okay, it's 4 against 1. But no match for Dada. Yeah, it's very interesting. A lot of playgrounds and fields where it's just sand in Brazil. It's not something you normally see. 7 kids on a bench. 7 people on a bench. Brazilian pizza buffet. Yeah, this is exciting. Unlimited pizza. They got a playground in the corner too. They go around serving pizza to you. First time driving in Brazil. Everything seems pretty similar. Left-hand driving wheel, right side driving. There's a lot of circles, so that's different. Oh yeah, there's these speed bumps everywhere, even worse than Mexico. They're everywhere. Okay, so we are at a Brazilian water park today. Oh, they're fast! Have fun! See you!
Hi.
Oh, Tanliche! Hey! Okay, here they come. Drink next to the cathedral. These restaurants have these play places now, in Brazil anyway. Brazilian burger. There's a lot of burger places in Brazil. A lot of Japanese sushi places too. We're trying to find the authentic Brazilian food and can't find it. And famous acai smoothie. Tastes better in Brazil. We got some churros too. Okay, going on Brazilian hike. So wasn't exactly sure what to expect of road conditions in Brazil. We heard many mixed things. Mostly everything was paved. This was unusual. This was just because it was a hiking trail. But man, there's speed bumps everywhere on the highway. Alright, we found our first fresh bananas. Look at that thing. So we're about to go hiking. Our first hike in Brazil. Trilhal de Pitoco. I don't know, something like that. Okay, this is a stomach measuring meter. Let's see how skinny you guys are. This is our friend Anthony, who kind of helped drive. He's Henrique's son, and he helped guide us through a lot of Brazil. All right, we did it. Got everyone up the waterfall. Careful, buddy. What you got, baby? Okay, this is our new Brazil travel mobile, 9-passenger van. All right, let's go to the soccer game. All right, so about 70 real to get in for an adult, so like 15 bucks and like $7.50 per kid. We're at the Brazilian soccer game. Bag of popcorn only $3 at a professional soccer game. Ice cream, 3 bucks, 15 real. Popsicle stick, 5 real, 1 buck. I felt like a king while in Brazil. You know, the US dollar just goes so far. I mean, $1 for an ice cream at a soccer game, unheard of. 3 a.m. in Brazil, time for a road trip. I want to say thank you to our awesome hosts who hosted us in this house. It's been great. Thank you so much. Obrigado. Okay, we arrived at Iguaçu Falls at more like $12 for parking. So if you want to do the boat tour, it's about like $80 US. Like half for kids, under 6 is free. So you can't drive into Iguaçu Falls, you gotta get tickets for the bus. Okay, we're on the bus to Iguaçu Falls. There's multiple stops. There's like a hike, you can go swimming at a waterfall, and there's a biking path. That's it. These are wild quati that stumbled by. They're so cute, little babies running around. Yeah, we took the last bus stop, and it was about a half-a-mile hike to the central location for Iguaçu Falls, which is a very nice hike. I definitely recommend it. You could go all the way to the end, but I don't think it's worth it. I think take that last stop and then walk over, and you could see the whole... It's pretty magnificent. We've been to Niagara Falls, but this is so much beyond that, so spectacular. Alright, we stumbled right outside Iguaçu Falls. This is the first restaurant. This is buffet and water park combo, which is very interesting. Buffet. Yeah, I feel like we haven't had any rice and beans, so I'm excited for this buffet. This place is pretty big, actually. You're going to Iguaçu Falls, 10 bucks an adult, $5 a kid. Not too bad. I like it. It's fun. This is the water train! Woo! In the jungle. Ready to go? Look at this road. Brazilian backcountry road. Okay, I think we arrived at our Airbnb. It's a little mysterious. But, yeah, pretty cool house. Are you a surfer? Look at you, buddy. Okay, here we are crossing the bridge into Paraguay. I wouldn't say it's the most scenic bridge, but it's kind of cool. Not too long, maybe a quarter mile long. We do get to see the river, which is cool. All right, we are across Paraguay. Just walked into Paraguay, no passports or anything, no checkpoints, nothing. We just went right through. A lot of Brazilians go into Paraguay to buy a lot of stuff because it's cheaper, supposedly. I didn't think it was that cheap. Well, that was interesting. Near Iguazu Falls is the Argentina border, Paraguay border. There's a lot of attractions you can do. The Aviary Park. Kids under 8 are free, and 110 for everyone else, which is about like 20 bucks. I did really like this Iguazu Falls area. There was also like this really cool aquarium, which we didn't check out. This bird park was cool. They let you get so close. There's like a hummingbird, butterfly area. Yeah, it was definitely worth checking out. I wish we had crossed into Argentina too. I think that would have been so cool, but we couldn't walk over it, and our car wasn't registered. Like, you need a certain visa if you're going to bring a car over. So we could have taken a bus, just didn't have that much time. Kaylee's birthday's today. Happy birthday, Kaylee. 6 years old. She gets her own milkshake while we scrounge around like peasants for our own. Okay, 3 a.m. Time to wake up these kids and get going. We woke everyone up at 2 a.m. for an 11-hour drive. Driving on the border between Brazil and Paraguay. So that's Brazil and that's Paraguay. Very interesting. Okay, we just made it to Jardim. All right, this is New Hope Farm. Look at these mango trees, they're huge. So honeycomb right on the branch of the mango tree. It's crazy. Oh really? Baby chicks. Like the duck chickies. All right, here's the Airbnb we're at. It's pretty cool inside. Got a really cool bathroom. Should be cool. This is the Airbnb inside. Shower, and now this is cool. All these plants in here. That's a good one. Come on. Check out this butterfly that these kiddos are powering. A beautiful day in Brazil. Cat. Yeah, this Airbnb came with a cat, beautiful hummingbirds in the garden. Yeah, hummingbirds are my favorite creatures. So the main reason to come to the Bonito area is the eco parks, where you can swim with the fishes. Okay, we are at the entrance to Balneario Municipal. Time to go swimming with the fishies. So we learned later that you're not supposed to feed these fishes, but we saw locals grabbing these fruit from the trees and feeding the fish. And so at the time we did that and paid the price a little bit. Didn't get bit by piranhas, but these piranhas bite pretty hard too. Yeah, other than the cheap food prices, I think one of my favorite things in Brazil was going to these eco parks and swimming with the fishes. Just like such a unique experience. My wife would probably say it was the Amethysto, which we'll see later in the video, but I thought this was so cool. Do you like all the fishies? So there are several of these eco parks all along the Bonito area. We went to 2, so this one was a little more natural. Okay, so today we're headed to Nascencia Azul, Blue Spring. Should be fun. So Nascencia Azul is another eco park in the area. It's a little more expensive, but has a lot more going on. Nice water park. There's a lot of fishies in here. We found a passion fruit tree. Okay, you don't like it? Let me try. Hey, you want to try a little bit?
I like it.
Go, Alvin, go. Yeah, both of these eco parks definitely offered a unique experience. I thought this water park was more fun, but the first one I think was just so natural and so cool to swim with the fishes. And for this one, we did swim with the fishes too, but it was kind of a tour snorkeling package, so we did have to pay a little extra for that as well. We did see 2 wild macaws fly overhead at this park, which I thought was just so cool. Well, pretty quickly, within like 2 minutes, we came to this waterfall at least. This one you can't really swim at though. No one's doing it, but this is a giant swing you can do to pay extra for it.
All ready for this adventure. Let's see how it goes.
So we decided to opt for this additional snorkel river tour, and this river is actually a lot cleaner than the one we did the day before. It just was crystal clear, and it was so nice to see the fishes. So I'm glad we did it. It was cool. Yeah, just look at that crystal clear water. It was really cool to see. And we saw monkeys above us overhead. Okay, here's the river tour, people. All right, look at this. This is the nap. Okay, guys, you gotta be quiet. Over here, over here. Nice feast. Yeah, the chairs are a little... It was our longest driving day, 14 hours back to Chapecó. 3:30, and we made it to Chapecó. 14 hours of driving. 1,000 kilometers. Yes, 2 drivers. So today we're gonna find out how Brazilian hospitals are. Supposedly it's all free. One thing I was really impressed with in Brazil was healthcare. You know, we went in with only like United States healthcare, so we couldn't use anything in Brazil. And I was a little worried because our son actually had like a trampoline accident the day before we left for the plane. And he cried for like 5 minutes, and we thought it was fine. And then when we get on the plane, we started lifting him by his wrist, and he started complaining about it. So we went to Brazil, and went to a children's hospital, and got an x-ray. We were like in and out in like 30 minutes. All we did was show our passport, our US passport, and they treated us for free. I didn't pay anything. I didn't put a credit card on file, nothing. We got to see 2 doctors who actually spoke English. Not many people speak English, but the doctors spoke English. And it was awesome that we got a quick x-ray. They told us nothing was broken. There was just some swelling, and we felt reassured, and it was great. All right, just got to Amatisto, Brazil, and eat at an underground restaurant. One of my absolute favorite things about Brazil was how cheap it was. You know, the food was cheap. I'd say like 3 to 4 times cheaper than the US. All right, eating on a crystal table in an underground cavern. Pretty crazy. Oh, well behaved. We're the first ones from New York here, and the first Texan. Okay, we're headed to the museum, which is included with the 50 real price to... So this town of Amatisto, Brazil is known for being like the amethyst capital of the world. And honestly, my wife thought this was the best part of our trip to Brazil because we found so much amethyst crystals for so cheap. Like a tenth of the cost of what we could have bought in the US. We also did some cool ATV ride in the amethyst caves. My son would stop at the side of the road and just pick up amethysts and put in our pockets because they were everywhere. But yeah, so they really liked this. You know, we bought so many souvenirs, which we never do, but it was so cheap. We bought these huge amethysts, which I think would have been close to like $1,000 each for about like $40 a piece. Amatisto Church, supposed to be covered in amethyst. This is the inside of the church, all covered in amethyst. Beautiful paintings. What do you guys think of this amethyst wall? Pretty crazy. Trying to make it back home. Got overheating engine. Yeah, discovered the radiator had a slow leak in it. Luckily, a neighbor let us use his hose and fill up some water. This was actually the second time we had car trouble with this vehicle. We are at medium temperature of the car engine. We're gonna try to drive an hour and a half. The first time was in Bonito, where the alternator belt broke. Luckily, a local mechanic fixed it for us pretty easily. Yeah, the radiator was going to take a bit to fix, so the rental car company gave us a replacement vehicle since we were traveling that next day. Pit stop at the Glass Castle. Got a restaurant and an overlook. What a view. Call this the European Valley. Steve's Sizzling Steaks. We gotta make more space. So this was our rest stop for our 8-hour journey from Chapecó to Florianopolis. Florianopolis is kind of this beach destination on the east coast of Brazil. Yeah, cool, huh? Yes, Caden bean. My wife's favorite thing about Brazil was just the diversity, and I was very impressed with this too. You know, we've traveled to other places, like we lived in Japan for a year, and like everyone in Japan is Japanese. Maybe you have like 5% of other things, but mainly it's just Japanese, and you stick out like a sore thumb. Even in Mexico, you know, we stuck out like a sore thumb. Oh, American tourists, let's target them, let's try to get their money and sell them stuff. But in Brazil, it never felt like we were targets just because it was so diverse. You know, you see light-skinned people, you see dark-skinned people, you see Asian people, you see every kind of skin color just blending in, and just the diversity was so awesome. In the distance, you can see the sand surfers surfing down that big dune. Let's go, guys, time to go. Okay, just got to the Airbnb. All right, here's our Airbnb in the daytime. I'm about to go for a run. Got some more fruits on these Airbnb trees. Ooh, look at that view. Ocean, mountains. It's nice. So my objective with this run today is to do 6 miles to climb one of these mountains to the top. And the real objective is to see a monkey and a wild toucan. That's my goal in Brazil. See a wild toucan. Let's see if we do it today. I don't know if you can see it. That's my first wild toucan. I think this is my destination. Hopefully Google Translate works. This is the hike to the waterfall, I think. Okay, my mama told me not to run with sticks. But my mama also didn't tell me I'd be running in the jungles of Brazil with a ton of spider webs getting all over my face. I also want to make a lot of noise, even though I want to see the monkeys and toucans, but I'm afraid of snakes. So I'm trying to give them some warning. Okay, I just definitely spooked something, and now I'm spooked. Come on, get out of there, you. Get out. Look at this trail. Oh, what was that? Okay, I think I'm starting to hear a waterfall. So that's a good sign. Okay, I think we made it to about where the waterfall is. Hey, guy. Whoa. Check out this old world bamboo forest. Reminds me of a hike we did in Hawaii where we carved our names, and it's probably like 30 feet in the sky now. Okay, I think we made it to the waterfall. Alright, I think this might be the actual waterfall, just a little bit up from that spot. Okay, gotta make it back quick. That was really refreshing though. Okay, well I'd say all the mission objectives for this morning's run were accomplished. Saw a toucan. Didn't see a monkey, but saw a monkey before on this trip. That was wild. And just like that, checked off the monkey box. I think they built this monkey ladder bridge. So you see that little monkey? Across this roadway. So the monkeys can cross without entering the road. That's crazy. King of the world, baby. Pretty awesome. Awesome. That was like the best one I've ever had. It was a good one. It was a really good one. Man, you can't beat that view. Okay, 7.75 miles. Okay, we're walking on the bayside from the Airbnb, seeing how far we can go. Cheese! Found a pufferfish. Cool Airbnb property. Look at that mountain view. Nice. Okay, we're gonna do this Naufragados hike. We have to pay 40 real to park. We're gonna go on the hike. Okay. This was a nice maybe hour-long hike, and what's cool about this that makes it unique is you get to the beach destination, which you can't get to by car, only boat or hiking. So a lot of people opt to take the boat home, back to the car. You found the crab? Yeah, you can touch the top of it. Yeah, it was really cool to see these local fishermen cast netting and then hauling it in later on. I think we got a little too fascinated by all this fishing though, because we almost missed the last boat back. Taking the last boat back. Civilization. We don't have to hike at Alright, so I don't really know what just happened, but we got surfboards, we got free parking, and we didn't pay anything or leave a deposit. How does that work? Alright, surf's up, Eddie. Every Brazilian home needs one of these, huh?
Yes, mandatory.
It seems like even the Airbnbs all have these grills inside the houses. Churrasco.
Sure.
Like it? You like the coldness? You like it, baby? Ooh, Caden down! Caden down! Okay, we are walking to piscina, some kind of pools. About a 1 kilometer hike. Yeah, I couldn't believe we were able to rent those surfboards. I wish I got some footage of us surfing because that was pretty cool. But yeah, they gave them to us without any like collateral, any deposit, no payments made. And then, yeah, they just trusted us. And I feel like Brazil in general has been very trusting. And people say you have to be careful, but honestly, we didn't see why. Made it to the turtle sanctuary. Whoa, that's a big one, Caden B. While we were at the beach, there was this guy who had this Zorb ball, and it's like, hey, you want to go in? I think it was on like $10 for like 15 minutes, so we had fun with that. All right, sandboarding in the rain. Okay, first time sandboarding. Let's see how this goes. Woohoo! We're doing it. We're surfing. Oh man, it's hard to climb up. Next the board a little bit. Some candle wax. Goes Alvino Cacalat. Top speed, baby. Woohoo! I actually thought this was a lot more fun than I thought it was gonna be. Cool. I think so. Sandboarding in the rain. Woo, man. Yeah, it doesn't look fast, but once you're going down that hill, it feels fast. After a while, we exchanged the sandboards for sand sleds. The boards were definitely cooler. But it was cool to try something new, and then we got the little ones on there, and that little ones actually really liked it, and they wanted to keep doing it, but we were up on our rental. Good morning. It's our final full day in Brazil. Look at this view from our Airbnb. Look at this. I miss Brazil. Honestly, I think, yeah, definitely liked it more than I thought I would. It has everything. All right, we're saying goodbye to Brazil a little at a time. We're at the airport going back to São Paulo from Florianopolis and then back home tomorrow. It's the chaos of traveling with 5 kids. Walking around São Paulo. Day before actually this is the day we're leaving. Yeah, we've been to a lot of flea markets before, but we've never seen animals. You get chicks, ducks, rabbits, turtles. This guy's an iguana on his shoulder. It was pretty cool. Got to the airport early. So that was our trip. I polled the kids, Brazil or Mexico, and the verdict was nearly unanimously Brazil. Maybe it was the $1 ice cream, or maybe it was the sand surfing, or all the rocks we brought home, but they're officially hooked on the adventure. We're back in the winter wonderland now, trading the heat for snow forts and skiing. It was a trip of a lifetime, but there really is no place like home. If you want to see how we plan these trips, make the finances work, check out famvestor.com and follow my Facebook page at Sonny K. Burns. Don't forget to subscribe. Godspeed, everyone.